been a while since I sat and made a video like this, but this is the start of a brand new video series of me documenting my new journey into introducing you to the BeMore Group. So some of you who are going to watch this, you might have followed me for a long time. Some of you who see this is probably going to be very new to you. And a lot of you probably have no idea who I am at all. So let's start from the very beginning. My name is Paul Wakefield, and I'm here in the UK. I've been working in the mental health, well-being, personal development industry for over 2 decades, over 20 years. At the date of making this first video for my new YouTube channel, it is Monday the 27th of October. Now, I have a real passion for the mental health and well-being industry, and the passion lies very deep within my heart because it comes from my own personal story, my own personal journey. You see, when I was 21, I had a severe panic attack. It was so severe that it caused a lack of oxygen to my brain, and I collapsed and I died for around 40 seconds. Luckily, when it happened, I was at my parents' house. My parents called the paramedics, and the paramedics saved my life. That led on to me having counselling, getting therapy when I was 21. And luckily back then, what would that have been, 1998, something like that. Luckily back then, because mental health wasn't as bad as it is now, I was able to sit in a room every week for 60 minutes, face to face with my counsellor. And she completely changed my life. She took me on the journey that I've been on for the last 20 years, and I'll be making more videos about that. So what's that got to do with this video? And what's it got to do with the BeMore Group? Well, the BeMore Group is a brand new company, a brand new UK tech startup company that I registered in June 2025. Why have I started something new in regards to a new company? Well, the reason being is because I'm building a future for mental health, and I want to take you on a journey with me. You see, there's a real problem in the world with mental health, and I'll give you a few examples of some of the stats here in the UK. If you want to get the initial consultation, help and support when it comes to mental health in the UK, the waiting list is up to 3.5 years. Now, we're very lucky because we have the NHS, but the NHS is so overwhelmed, the waiting lists are absolutely huge. And then let's look at COVID. I know that was 5 years ago, but COVID had a massive impact on people's lives in more ways than has been spoken about. One of the ways that it's impacted people is more and more people suddenly realise that they might have ADHD. We was all trapped indoors, or we was all trapped in a small area. We couldn't go out. We couldn't speak to people. And suddenly people are like, I don't like this. I feel trapped, I feel scared, I feel concerned, I feel overwhelmed. And suddenly ADHD was brought to light. Now, here in the UK, if you want to get help and support, again, for that first initial consultation to see if you've got ADHD, the waiting list is 8 years. 8 years. Here's another stat. Mental health here in the UK is costing UK businesses £56 billion a year through absenteeism, through sickness, people that are having time off of work through bad mental health. It's costing businesses £56 billion. Here's another stat. Here in the UK alone, we have just over 2 million people of the working age of 16 to 60 who are out of work. They are not working due to registered mental health illnesses. Over 2 million people are not working due to a mental health illness, a mental health challenge. And that's why I've set up the BeMore Group. The BeMore Group is a brand new mental health and wellbeing tech company. And I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to make mental health accessible to all. No fees, no waiting lists, 24/7 support from professionals. And by developing certain tech, I'm going to make that mission and that dream a reality. And I'm going to take you on the journey with me. And this is the start. So the plan for me is that I will be documenting my journey, the behind the scenes of what's happening, the meetings, who I'm speaking to, the ups, the downs, the lows, the highs, what I do to help me with my own mental health. What have I done over the years to become so mentally strong? What are my daily habits that I continuously do that I believe have saved my life? And it's become my background, the backbone of my business, of my coaching and training company for the last 20 years. I'm going to be sharing the warts and alls, as we say here in the UK. I think, unless I've just made that up. If I have, just go with it. But I'm going to take you on a journey. I've got so much going on with the BeMore Group. I'm speaking to some incredible organisations about various different things, and I thought it was only right to start documenting what I'm doing, what I'm building, and why I'm building it. And like I said, this is the start. It's the 27th of October, 2025. And I really hope that you come on this journey with me. I will be obviously documenting various bits throughout the weeks, and I will be uploading the video every Sunday. I'm not going to put a time on that initially. I don't know if it'll be a Sunday morning or a Sunday evening, but it will be every Sunday where I will upload the video. And that's the plan. That's the plan. So I would include things when I'm out and about doing client work, wellbeing drop-ins. I'll be talking to you obviously about coaching clients, but obviously, please respect any privacy. I won't be taking you into clients with me for obvious reasons. When I get to the location, I'll talk about it. But I won't take you in there because obviously, it's clients, it's private, it's confidential, especially being obviously, mental health related. But I will share, when I go in, once I've come out, anything that I can document, I will do so. And I'll also be showing you, the behind the scenes of the products that we're developing, the new apps that we're developing to make this happen. So look, some really, really interesting things going on. I mean, just today, again, I'll probably make this into the other video, or maybe I'll do it later on. But just today already, like I said, it's Monday, 27th of October. I've already had a call with an organisation that helps tech companies find investors. It's not the first company that I've spoken to. I've spoken to 3 organizations so far. I've got a meeting this afternoon with Barclays Bank about a business loan and investment. Yeah, this is really attracting some amazing things. Are they all going to come off? Of course they won't. Of course they won't. Those that do will be amazing, and I'll tell you all about them. Those that don't, there will be a reason why, and I'll also tell you all about those as well. I want to open up everything, and I want to talk to you about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how I'm doing it. So if you have an interest in entrepreneurship, if you have an interest in mental health and well-being and tech, please come along, follow the journey, and I'm gonna open up everything to you. So look, thank you so much. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to share what's going on, because there's so much. There's so much. Even 2 days before this, the Saturday before making this video, I had a session with a brand new therapist, a healer. Now I've worked with lots of coaches, mentors over the years. I've got friends who are healers and spiritual believers, but it's the first time I've actually had a proper session. I think it was about an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. And what came out of that therapy session was mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. And at the end of it, she just kept saying, your time is now, Paul. Your time is now. And interestingly, at the beginning of this year, so at the beginning of 2025, I wear lots of these little things around my wrist. I have done for years, since I was a kid. But this one, I don't know if you can see it. I'll come close to the camera. This one here, I got this the beginning of 2025, right? And it says on there, my time is now. And I believe that. What I'm building is going to disrupt various different industries, all in a good way. And obviously I'm now starting to share it more and more with these organizations, investors and things like that, or organization who find you investors. Okay. Also sharing it, like I say, with Barclays Bank, the business manager there. Nobody has said anything bad about what I've spoken about, what I've told them. They've been blown away. Last year I had the opportunity I was at an event in London, one of these business expos, and I had the opportunity to register to pitch to 5 investors about the concept, about the idea. And I did. And all 5 of them absolutely loved it. One of them started crying on me. And I was like, oh my days, what's happened? What's going on? I was like, are you okay? He was like, Paul, he said, my son's getting heavily bullied right now. He said, I don't know how to deal with it. He said, hearing your story just blew my mind. He was like, hearing what you're building is incredible. It was like, there's nothing out there like this. And he was like, please stay in touch, because this is something that is desperately needed in the world. In the world. And I do believe that what I'm building, throughout all the research, the market analysis and everything that I've done, I'm working with a consultancy firm, tech startup consultancy firm in London. They've done a massive 60-page market analysis on this. Like, we haven't found anything that does all of what I do. We found organizations and companies that have products that do similar bits, but not everything. Like, this is mind-blowing. And I can say that with confidence. So yeah, look, come on this journey. Follow me, follow what's going on. And who knows, our first app, our first product, you might even find yourself being a user of it. So yeah, thanks for watching this. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I look forward to hearing your feedback. It might not be on this one. It might not be on the first 10, 20, 30 videos. But at some point, I really hope I hear your feedback on what's going on. And as I said, who knows? You might even become a user of some of the new products that we're developing. So yeah, I'll speak to you again very, very soon. And I'm saying goodbye, but then I just realized, see, this is how bad I am at this. I just realized at the end of the week, I'm going to be talking again on this and sharing you about the week before I publish it. So I'll say goodbye and then I'll say see you soon, and I'll see you again in the next bit. I hope that makes sense. Kind of makes sense to me, but don't worry about it. I'll just catch up with you soon. All right. Hey guys, welcome back. So this is Tuesday, and I just wanted to add this little bit into this week's vlog, just to kind of give you a bit of an update on the two calls, the two meetings that I had yesterday. I will go into a bit more detail, probably in another video about the actual companies, about the organisations who I spoke to. But just in brief, the meetings. The first meeting was with an organisation, an American company, who helping tech companies with funding, with investments. They either help you, and I say either because there's obviously various different services. They either take your pitch deck, or they help you with a pitch deck. They create a pitch deck, the usual sort of things. Then you can obviously work with them as like an agency, and then they help you go through the whole process of designing, developing your pitch deck, getting you in front of investors, and then obviously helping you get the money and the investment that you're looking to get. So really impressed with the call. I really like the girl, the lady who I spoke to. I'm just going to move away because I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab my laptop. And let me just see the email quickly, and I will tell you the name of the company. And now he's going to do it without his glasses on. Quibbit Capital. So yeah, I mean, it would have helped if I put my glasses on, wouldn't it, really? But let me just try and find this for you. So I quite like the website as well. So it's pretty cool. So it's Quibbit Capital, AI fundraising platform, startup and investor. So I liked, I don't know, I can't flip the video around, can I, when I'm doing this? But yeah, so the beginning, the headline on their website says where startups and investors meet their match. So you've got an option where you can meet startups or you can meet investors, and they've got a huge wealth of experience. So the lady who I actually spoke to yesterday she used to work in a bank, a high job in a bank. She's also been an investor as well. Huge amounts of career within the financial world, which was good. But they've helped over 230 startups, 20,000 plus numbers of investors connected, and they've raised $250 million. But yeah, I really like them. I loved her feedback in regards to what she said about what I'm looking for. But basically, in essence, I'm just reading here from the website. How does Quebec help startups? And it says, we provide end-to-end support that enables startups to increase and increase their chances of getting funded. But yeah, like really, really good company. And like I say, her feedback on what I'm doing was amazing. She was like, hi Paul, it's truly inspiring speaking with you and learning about the BeMore Group's mission to make mental health support more accessible, connected and stigma-free. Hearing your personal journey and how it led to creating this platform was incredibly moving. It's rare to see a founder turned lived experience into such a meaningful and scalable solution. The way you are designing the BeMore Group to combine guided support groups, daily reflection tools, personal journaling, professional directories, and I'm missing a bit out here for a reason, is both innovative and impactful. And the reason why I've missed a little bit out is because I want to talk to you a bit more. It's about one of the core products that we're developing. She then says, your vision to create a space where people can find belonging, balance and support without the noise of commercial algorithms feels timely and deeply needed. It was clear from our conversation that the BeMore Group stands for something bigger than a tech product. It represents hope, community and personal growth at scale. So yeah, that was really nice to hear. So a lovely conversation. So yeah, we'll see. Like I say, I'm going to keep you updated. This isn't the only organisation that I'm speaking to. But like I said, I've attracted quite a lot of interest from various different funding and investment organisations. So that was the first meeting. The second meeting was with Barclays Bank. Excuse me. Didn't really know what to expect from them. I don't bank with Barclays, but again, they come up, again, another organisation that I'm working with here in the UK. They were recommended for me to reach out to them, but I knew that obviously with a banks don't give necessarily investments or grants or anything like that. Banks are generally obviously they're there to offer loans. And I don't want a loan. I don't want a business loan if I was to go down that route, because I don't want, as I said, the BeMore Group is a new registered limited company here in the UK. And I don't want a company that starts off in debt. So I was a little bit unsure, but I went on the call and it was really interesting. And the reason being is because, sorry guys, what I liked is, again, they were very clear and upfront and said, look, the BeMore Group is pre-revenue tech startup, so we can't offer you a loan, which I knew anyway. So that was good. But what I liked is they've introduced me to something called Eagle Labs. And it's about connecting, innovating and growing, connecting the UK's entrepreneurial community together. And what this is an online portal that gives me resources, connections, meetups. It gives me free mentoring, free support. It allows me to get connected with investors and corporate organizations. So again, a really, really good call. Wasn't what I expected at all. But like I said, the growth tools that they offer, and I'm just reading off here, it says growth tools, Eagle Labs community. You can now access our support through Eagle Labs community. You'll be able to explore our new member directory, discover and register for in-person and online events, unlock member rewards, apply for programs and browse and request a mentor, all designed to help you connect, innovate and grow. So yeah, like I said, and the free mentoring and the support that's in there, you can pick and choose. They've got hundreds, but what I liked is that the mentors in there, because obviously for me to work with a mentor, I'm very picky because I want somebody who knows not just how to grow a business. I've done that, I've grown a business, and I've helped others do that. But this is obviously my little baby, but this is obviously mental health. which means a lot to me. So I want somebody, if I'm going to work with a mentor, I want somebody who's passionate about mental health. But I also want somebody who has experience in growing a tech company. I've never grown a tech company. I've grown, digital agencies. I've grown publishing companies and training companies and coaching companies and consulting companies. But I've never grown a tech company. This is like, this whole tech thing is all new to me. It's new terminology, new language that I'm learning. And even from an investment point of view, I'm learning new words and new languages from that. So it's very, very different. So what I liked about this is the expert connections. Let's say I can get a mentor, and Barclays pay these mentors. So it's free mentoring from experts, which is amazing. And so I can search the directory for mentors, looking at their bio, who are experienced in tech, experienced in mental health, experienced in X, Y, and Z. So yeah, I love that. I thought it was amazing. So wasn't really the call I expected, but again, the two people I spoke to were amazing. Interestingly, both were from India. So as always, I'm always able to talk about the house that we have in India, in Goa, the family home that we've had out there for 15 years now. And for those who know me, India, Goa is my second home. I absolutely love it. So it's nice to speak to them a bit about that as well. So yeah, we had a bit of a chuckle about that. Them saying that they left India to come here, and as me saying, I'm leaving the UK to go over to India and obviously spend more time in Saudi and the Middle East and that. So but it was a really good couple of calls. So yeah, that was yesterday, and then I had another couple of calls from business setup consultancies out in the Middle East. And again, I'm speaking to a couple of them today as well about setting up the BeMore Group, setting up the company registration in the Middle East, in Dubai as well. Doing that for various reasons, which again, I'll talk about in another video. I've got a couple of calls with them today as well. So yeah, yesterday was a very productive day. Like I say, I normally try and do most of my meetings on a Monday. I don't do any client work on a Monday at all. So yeah, it's Monday's normally kind of an admin-y meeting day. Obviously, I do meetings Tuesday to Friday, but very, very little, because generally I'd say I'm busy with client work. So Mondays are normally really like a busy, packed meeting day with me. So yeah, that was cool. So yeah, today, let's say, just got a couple of calls with a couple of, let's say, business setup specialists out in the Middle East. Otherwise, it's going to be the case, I've got to reply to several emails today, and continue doing the work, the behind the scenes kind of stuff. So yeah, all good. Not sure I've got much to talk about over the next couple of days. I shall see. I'm sure I will definitely add something more to this anyway before I upload on Sunday. Have a good day. If anything comes up later today, then obviously I will add it in, but I don't really want to make this video too long if I can help it, being the first one. But who knows? Apparently all this long form content seems to work better on YouTube these days. So maybe I should. This is going to be a learning curve. I'm looking at various other experienced vloggers on YouTube these days, and seeing what they're doing, trying to learn from them. I know when I set up my first YouTube channel back in 2008, it was very, very different, obviously. I've stopped, I've started, but like everything with this at the moment, the timing seems to be perfect. So emphasize why I'm starting again with a YouTube channel. I think the timing is perfect. So I've just got to get used to it again. I've got lots to share, lots to talk about. But yeah, it's just going to be a journey. So I hope you're following me on it, and yeah, let's see how we go. But lots to talk about. So yeah, I'll either catch up later if anything comes up from any of the calls, or I just add those in later in the week, as I said, before I publish this on Sunday. So yeah, catch up with you again soon, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to another day. So what is today? Today is Thursday. So I didn't do anything obviously yesterday that I felt the need to add on to this episode. So yeah, today's Thursday, and what I wanted to speak about in this episode is I wanted to talk to you and share about one of the companies who I've signed a contract with to work with. And then for me, this is really exciting. This is now where things really start to happen. So I made the first initial payment to them yesterday, but more will come alight about that in regards to what's happening. So the company is called Start Plan, and they are a company, and I'm reading off of the website here, guys. So yeah, the company is called Start Plan. I've had 2 meetings with them in their London office. Office is beautiful. It's right in the heart of London. The only problem is I'm petrified of heights, and obviously with someone who has anxiety, their office is on level 30 and the lifts are completely glass. So it's for me, it's absolutely terrifying going up in these lifts. Like I hate it, absolutely hate it. Once I'm up there, it's not so bad once I get into the office. But even in reception, they have like 2 chairs right in front of the window, and the view of London is unbelievable. It is crazy. But for someone who's petrified of heights, it doesn't work. Honestly, it's horrific, absolutely horrific. But that's a story for another day. So let's get back. So let's say the company's called Start Plan, and again, like I said, I'm reading from the website. So it says Start Plan, from concept to launch, we have you covered. So Start Plan are a consulting agency dedicated to helping entrepreneurs turn their ideas into successful businesses. Excuse me. So I had an initial conversation with a guy called Elliot via WhatsApp, talking to me about the concept of the apps and the technology that I'm looking to build. Really good, positive conversations. I think we were back and forth for a couple of weeks, really good. I was supposed to have an initial meeting with them in September, but for those of you who might know, I don't know, obviously, who's following me on here, I've recently had shoulder surgery. So I had shoulder surgery. I'm still recovering. I'm on a 6-month recovery journey. Again, that's another story. So the first initial meeting that we had planned, I had to cancel because I just wasn't in a good place. So I then had another meeting with them, which was arranged with a guy called Neil. So this is the initial consultation. I think I was with Neil for about an hour, again talking to him about the business, the plans for the apps, and what I'm developing and what I'm looking to do, etc. And he absolutely loved it. They then invited me back for a second meeting, and I had to pitch the business again in more detail to them. And again, that was about 3 hours, I think, a 3-4 hour meeting. Went into a lot of detail about, say, my concept, the idea of the product, the app, and the business, and etc. During that meeting, I met a guy called Mark, who is Neil's boss. Great guy, absolutely crazy, but great guy. So again, we spoke, the 3 of us. Meeting went really, really well, and at the end of it, they were like, look, we want to work with you. We want to help you. We want to support you. We can see the legs in this. So that was really exciting. So for a huge company like that, And so just to again kind of give you a little bit more detail, I'm going to read off the website and then I'll tell you what I'm doing with them. So about Start Plan, our mission is to help individuals turn their ideas into successful startups. We have a long history of guiding and supporting entrepreneurs, providing them with the tools and support they need to succeed. We work with people who have an idea for a startup, giving them the knowledge and tools they need to become entrepreneurs. Our clients have already raised millions of pounds and built products that have served millions of users worldwide. Start Plan was founded to help startups succeed in the process of raising investment. We have a wealth of business knowledge and use proven methods to help our clients raise capital. We also offer top quality service and products to ensure the success of our clients. So here's what I'm going to be doing with them. And this is what I like. So it's about a 60-page marketing analysis on mental health and well-being and in regards to the app that I want to develop to see if it's a worthwhile business even starting and for them and I to work with each other. So once they'd done that 60-page analysis, that's why I then went back in for the second meeting to go over that. Let's say it was about a 4-hour meeting. We went through the analysis, the marketing research and surveys and everything that they'd done, which was fantastic. It was really useful for me, really helpful. And it said and showed that there is a huge market for what I'm looking to build, which was amazing. I then, as I said, pitched my business into more details in regards to the first app, the first product that I want to build, and they blew their mind, absolutely blew their mind that what I want to create. So currently I'm building this app myself using non-code, using Lovable. If you don't know it, have a look, it's incredible. So I'm building it on that platform, which is good. But what I'm building will probably allow me to get maybe 10 to 20,000 users, okay? Which again, will bring a huge revenue and will serve a lot of people, will help a lot of people. However, I want an app, I want a product that can reach all corners of the world because my mission is to make mental health support accessible to all, not just 10 to 15,000 people, to all. So what these guys are going to do, so we've put a 12-month plan together, but we're probably going to execute most of it within 3 to 6 months. So what we're doing and what I work with them. So like I said, I get an advisor that I work with, which is great, which is, I think it's Neil, who I'm going to stay working with as an advisor. But then also within the plan, they obviously go through my pitch deck, which I've already written. I go through that, see how we can improve it, etc. Go through the business plan to see how they can improve that. Both things I've never done. I don't believe in business plans and I don't believe in this, but this is a new level. I say this is a tech company and I'm looking for investment. So when it comes to that, an investor expects a business plan and they definitely want a pitch deck. If you can't produce a pitch deck, they're not interested. So obviously I've put the both together. They will go through it, they will analyze it and they'll see if it's good, how it can be improved, etc. Once they've done that, I then have training, I have coaching to get myself investor ready, which, although to be fair, was a compliment from them. They've turned around and said that, I'm in an elite position. They was like, with my experience of being in business, as a speaker, as an author, who's someone who already has a wealth of experience in this, there's like, we're not really going to have to do much coaching and training with you, but it's part of the package. So, which is great. So to get me investor ready. And then there's a process of obviously, once you get the investment, they then help me to build my own team, i.e. start employing my own tech team, to have my own board of advisors, marketing team, and all of these sort of things that make a proper business. And for the last 20 years in my business, it's been me. I did have at one point in I think 2010 to 2012 or 13. I had 6 people working for me in the office, but it didn't work out. So most of them ended up becoming freelancers and doing work for me. Others went and got a job. So for most of my time, I've worked on my own. However, with this is about building a proper business, not a solopreneur business. Okay. So they help me build my own, like I said, have my own tech team, have my own board of advisors, have my own marketing team. And this is what I liked. This is what I liked. This is what I want. I want to build a proper global tech company. So yeah, really, really exciting. They've put the plan together. They put the strategy together. So I made the first initial payment to them yesterday, i.e. Wednesday. And now we get going. So they've put a real in-depth plan together, which is great. I'm just going to see if I can get into my emails and see if I can find and give you a bit of a brief. Of course, obviously everything goes slow when you want it to work faster. So here we go. So the first initial stages, so the core program, so it's broken down into 6 or 7? Yeah, 6 sections. So we got the core program. So this is a deeper business research and planning. Then it's financial planning, i.e. investor ready revenue forecasts, pitch deck development, exec summary, and project toolbox. So this is the foundation, and it ensures that I'm not just starting a project, but launching it obviously in a solid professional way. So that's the first bit that we're going to be working together, and they assign me a project manager and a program manager to work with, which is what they're sorting out today. We then go to what they call the X plan. This is section 2 or stage 2. This is about the fundraising support, and as I said, advisory board access, investor presentation training, and then there's some like investor prep, coaching, etc. So they work with me to make sure that every conversation with investors are compelling and ready to stand and pitch in front of an investor. And this section is obviously then takes me beyond strategy into live support with a fundraising process. Then it's the interface, wireframe and mock-up. Again, building high quality mock-ups for investors and developers to look at the product, to take a look around, see what they think. Designed obviously with modern, sleek visuals and to stand out in the market. This is to make my idea tangible and real, giving investors something to see and buy into. Then it's a targeted marketing survey. So what we're looking to do here is survey, again, around about 1,000 people, 2,000 people, with tailored questions, and obviously, get a good response from them. Again, this provides hard evidence on the market demand, the kind of proof investors demand for backing a project such as this. Then we got the comprehensive market package. So this is where we start looking at keyword research, audience segmentation, funnel design, strategic marketing plan across all channels. Includes 2 promotional video scripts. And again, this is obviously to position my venture and the product to cut through the noise and reach the audience effectively. And then the final section, section 6, product ideation and MVP strategy, mapping out features and user flow, prioritizing of MVP versus long-term product roadmap, clear plan for development without wasted spend. And obviously this ensures building the right version first, not wasting time and money on unnecessary features. So yeah, this is exciting. I don't know how much of that made sense to you. Probably some, probably most, maybe none of it. But for me, this is really exciting because I said I'm building it on my own, which is great, but obviously it takes time. I'm not a tech person. I'm learning as I go. And they've loved what I've already built. But the problem with what I'm building, as I said, is probably going to be suitable for sort of 10 to 15,000 users, maybe 20, which, as I said, from a revenue point of view is great, but it doesn't fulfill my mission. My mission, as I said, is to make mental health support accessible to everybody. And 10, 15, 20,000 people is far from everybody. And what I don't want to do is build it to that point, and then when it gets to that point, it's then suddenly like, oh shit, okay, I can't scale any further, I can't do any more, and I've hit a brick wall, which then means I then either have to then just go, okay, well, this is it, I accept what it is, it's amazing, I'm helping thousands of people, and that's great, but it's not going to fulfill my mission. So it then get to a point going, okay, so now what? Do we then stop and just accept what we've got? Do we then rebuild? Do we start again and rebuild? Which it's not the case. I don't want to do that. So these guys are going to help me build something properly from start. And we've looked at, like I said, at, various different organizations and products within the mental health and wellbeing niche. Kind of gone from excuse me, we've started of one, obviously, which is called 7 Cups. I'd never heard of it before. They have about 1 million users, doing 2-ish million in revenue, which is great. Going all the way up to Calm, which has like 50 million users, which most people know and use. So they all do little bits of what my platform is going to do, which I'm going to speak to you more about it, which is why I'm not mentioning it. I'll speak about that next week or in the next couple of weeks. And so for me, it's like, if I can get to 3 million users within the first couple of years, 2 to 3 years, that would be amazing. That then takes me to the level of, let's say, 7 Cups. And then the big goal, let's say, Calm has 50 million users of downloads, which is insane. If I can get it to that or more, dreams are coming true, that would just be incredible. To have 50 million people using my platform and knowing that 50 million people around the world are getting mental health support would just blow my mind. It would be incredible. That's pretty much this week, really. That's where it's gone. For me, I thoroughly enjoyed making these videos again. I'm not sure if I'll add anything else to this. I don't know. If I hear anything from Start Plan, then I'll let you know, and I'll add a bit more. But otherwise, I've enjoyed this week. I've enjoyed talking to you. I'm going to say to you guys, I might not get anybody watched this first video or the first few, but I'm going to say you guys, because I'm trying to pretend that the other side of this camera, there are hundreds of people watching me. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed documenting this first week. I've enjoyed making the videos again. So yeah, if I don't make anything else, this will be getting published onto the YouTube channel on Sunday, which will be the 2nd of November. So if I don't, thank you if you have watched. Please remember to do all the typical likey, subscribe, click the bell, all of that stuff to make sure you get notified when I upload a new video, which for the foreseeable will be every Sunday. So yeah, if I don't make anything else this week, thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed this video this week. I'm Paul Wakefield, the founder of BeMore, and I'm taking you on a journey of building a brand new tech company. A tech company that has a mission of making mental health support accessible to all. No waiting lists, no huge fees, and 24/7 professional support. That's my mission, and I'm going to take you on the journey with me. So yeah, thanks ever so much. Again, like, subscribe, click the bell if I don't see you before, and have a good one. Take care. See you in the next video. Hey guys, so we're on Friday today, and as you can see behind me, I'm at Wickham Hospital, and so I wanted to kind of finish this week really just to talk a bit about why I'm at Wickham Hospital. I mentioned it briefly the other day, earlier on in the vlog, but so I've had problems. I've had a lack of mobility in my right arm for years now, 12-14 years. I've had numerous MRI scans, I've had scans on my neck, my arm, my spine, shoulders, x-rays, you name it, I've had it. And it's been ongoing and ongoing. And in the end, they put me on the waiting list for surgery. And I finally got around to having surgery. So I had the surgery September the 18th, so a couple of months ago. So I've had keyhole surgery in my shoulder. They've shaved off a bit of bone and done whatever they could for my nerves as well, to hopefully, one, to ease the pain, but also hopefully to get me more movement and full movement, hopefully, back in my shoulder. I say full, it's never going to be full again, but hopefully get more, because it's just been incredible, and the effects it's had on me, on my my mental health and physical health, has been a nightmare, and that's the sort of things I want to talk about in these videos. How have I coped over the last 14 years? Just to give you an example, I've played golf, so I'm 48 as making this video, and I've been playing golf for 40 years. Well, I say 40 years. I haven't for the last, 3 years, maybe even 5 years, because it just got so bad that I couldn't even swing a golf club. So suddenly, things like that, when you're playing golf 2 or 3 times a week, to suddenly not being able to play. I was part of an organisation called For Business, which is a golfing networking business group. It's fantastic. So not only do you play golf, but you're networking with like-minded business owners, and it was brilliant. But I had to pack that in because I couldn't play. I had to cancel my membership to the golf club because I couldn't play. So, for those of you who don't know much or anything about golf, the average walk around a golf course is, I think it's about 4.5 miles. And in golf, you're using pretty much every muscle of your body. So, not only have I lost out on, like a fun networking side of things, business side of things, playing sport that I've loved all my life, but the physical exercise as well. I had to stop going to the gym because I couldn't do the things that I needed to do. And so the impact that it's had on me physically and mentally, hasn't been great. It's been a challenge, I must admit. But obviously things that's got me through it are the things that I do as a coach, that I talk about and educate as a trainer. This is partly why I'm building the software and the tech that I'm building, because when I was searching for things to help me, on this recovery, to do things, I couldn't find really anything that would help me. There's apps out there, meditation apps, there's music apps, there's all sorts of things, but there wasn't anything really that ticked all the boxes for me. And so, that's where I was like, hang on a minute. I've been in the mental health, well-being, personal development game for over 20 years. I've coached hundreds of people. I've spoken and trained in front of thousands of people. And the way the world's gone now with tech, it was like, okay, now this is the time. This is the time now. So, what I'm building has come from not only my own personal problems, but also when speaking to clients as well, getting the feedback from the clients. Well, do they think this would be a good idea? and the feedback was fantastic. Then obviously doing like the market research. Once we've done that, again, it just proved that this is needed. So today I'm at the hospital, just going to have physio. I'm having physio every 2 weeks now, and then the end of this month I'm seeing my surgeon on the 28th to see how things are progressing. So it's still not great. I've still got a lot of pain at the front. I've got a bit of inflammation at the front. My physio 2 weeks ago said that he thinks I was overdoing it on the exercises, doing too much too soon, which sums me up really. Always try to push myself. In with a physio today, so be interesting to see. And I'm going to say he or she because I've got a new physio today, so I don't know who I'm seeing. So be interesting to see what the physio says today. But like I say, I've still got pain. I've got a bit more movement, but it's the pain at the front. And I'm guessing it's where they shaved off the bone. But I won't know that until I see my surgeon at the end of the month. So I'm going to go and see the physio, and then when I'm out, top this up, and that will probably be it. I'm at an event this afternoon, so whether or not I get a chance to do anything there, I'm not entirely sure. Otherwise, this will probably be it. So I'm in I'm in the hospital, so I need to shoot, and I'll catch up and fill you in once I'm done. Okay, so that's me done. It's kind of like physio just makes me laugh these days. I used to play football at quite a good level, and when I used to have physio then, obviously it was a good hour and a half, 2 hour physio. It was brilliant. I used to have physio with a guy called Doug Cubbage, who at the time was a physio for England football, part of the FA. But anyway, obviously times have changed. So that's me done. That's the physio for today. Good news is that I've got on. So they measure me on 6 different movements, and 4 of them I've improved on, and there's been improvement from sort of 25 to 30% movement, which is great. He's happy with. And then there's 2 of them where there's been no improvement, and that's trying to get the arm behind my back. I think I can move it slightly, but there hasn't been any improvement on that in the last 2 weeks, so I've got to work on that. So he's give me some new exercises that I've got to do to build it up, and then I'm back in 3 weeks time, on the 17th of November, and then if the improvement in 3 weeks is what he's expecting it to be, we then start and we move on to strengthening, which is what I really want to do, because I've lost so much strength over the years, so much muscle that I've lost. Overall positive, overall good news. I've just got to keep going, keep doing the exercises, keep doing the physio at home and the exercises, and then back on the 17th. So let's see. And then the good thing is, I've ordered some new equipment, new home gym equipment, which I can also travel with. So I've got a new cordless skipping rope. Yes, cordless. I'll show you if you don't know what I mean. I'll show you all of this when I get around to using it. If you do go to the gym, you often see people using the big ropes. I've got the cordless ropes as well, and then a huge kind of Pilates, yoga, strengthening, stretching pack. But it's too soon for me to start using those.
but hopefully, let's say when I go back on the 17th, and if I'm in the right kind of percentage bracket of movement, then yeah, he said that I should be good to start using them, and we'll start using it as the strengthening. So yeah, so overall, like I said, overall positive. I'm pleased with that, so that's good. And then that's it. So I'm going to head back home, bit of work to do, and then I'm at an event this afternoon, and I probably won't be able to record or do anything there, unfortunately. And the other thing that you said, which I was pleased about, I said I've got an appointment with my surgeon on 28th of November, and he reckons that then I will get the all clear to start driving again, which is good, because I've not been able to drive since the surgery, which was the 18th of September. So yeah, so hopefully by the end of this month I'll be able to drive again, which is great news. So yeah, I'm going to finish this blog off today, get home, have something to eat, get my stuff ready, and I've got to get over to this event. So I hope you've enjoyed this first week of these videos. I'll keep you updated obviously on everything, but yeah, if you've liked it, click like, subscribe, click the bell as well so you get notified in regards to when I release the videos. As I said, for now and for the foreseeable, I will be publishing a video every Sunday. Like I said, don't know if it's going to be morning, afternoon or evening. Once I get used to the edits and bits, then we'll see. But yeah, thanks for coming on the start of this journey. I say click like, click subscribe, click the bell, and I will catch up with you again soon. Take care, have a good one.